Understand most popular selling version is that NIV. It is the Bible, and it's brand new, as I mentioned, on a QVC 2 Big Deal, which kicks off right now, under $30. When you see how beautiful it is, look at that color coding there, how easy it is. This is the opportunity on 6 easy monthly payments to maybe get one for yourself. Stock up on some gifts under $5 a month. Your item number is E232917. Sam Featherstone is here.
Hi,
so good to see you.
Good to see you,
Oh my
Christine.
gosh,
Good
this
to see
is
you.
such an honor to meet you. You work with Lifeway, which is
Yes.
a major publisher who is, you know, when you read a lot of Christian books, you see Lifeway. You're also a
Right.
youth pastor.
Yeah, pastor of a church in Columbia, Tennessee, right outside of Nashville.
Awesome. So
Yeah.
good to have you here.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
excited
good
to
to be
learn
here,
from you
seriously.
over the next 20
Yeah.
minutes. And right out of the gate, we got to talk about this Bible because I grew
Yes.
up in church and I actually had Bible study this morning. So I'm really excited to see
Come on,
this
that's
Bible. Even after 36 years of growing up in a Christian home and studying
Sure.
the Bible, I've always been a little bit lost, right?
Yes.
Like where to go. It's
That's common.
overwhelming.
Yeah, it's super
So this
common.
is going to be so easy to follow along.
Yes.
What have you done here?
Yeah, so this is the NIV Rainbow Study Bible. You talked a little bit about the translation itself, but the thing where it gets its name, Rainbow Study Bible, as you see, is the inside color-coded system that you have. And it's basically what it is. It follows the 12 major themes of the Bible, and you see this color-coded key at the very bottom of every single page. And,
Every page says the same thing, and it
yeah.
says discipleship, outreach, God, salvation, love, commandments, family, faith, prophecy, evil, sin, history.
Yeah.
So when you see those colors at the bottom, and then you find the corresponding color up here, you know what you're
Right.
talking about. So if you have a friend who says, you know what, I just feel like I want to learn more about the Bible and its history, well, then you go find the tab that says
You just
history.
go find the tab, yep.
Right? Maybe
Yep,
you...
or family or love or any of those, if it's God. And when you see a passage highlighted in green, you know it's God speaking to the people of Israel and who now speaking to you. And so it's such a cool thing. I think you kind of spoke to the problem a little bit. A lot of times when people open up their Bibles, it feels so daunting. You feel like you have to have a degree in theology to
Right.
open it up and like actually get in here and understand what God is trying to tell you in it. And so the problem that it solves is just that. You open it up, and before you even read a word, you know exactly what it's about to say, whether it's highlighted in discipleship or salvation or love or commandments or family or any of those. You get a sense of what you're about to read before you read it. So
And
it's like a
speaking
GPS.
of colors, I
honestly.
know, right? That's what
Yeah.
makes it different.
Yeah,
It's the
so nice.
color-coded system, but also we brought in new and improved covers.
Yes, beautiful
and we have
covers.
Great colors to
Yep,
show you,
yep.
and they're right here. So first up, you're going to see that beautiful red-brown.
Yes.
And I have to tell you, what's really nice about this Bible is one of the things I love to do is if there's a new baby in the family, I will get their name engraved, and this will be a new gift for them. Maybe you have someone who has Holy Communion coming up.
Yes.
Maybe this is a gift for a baptism or a baby dedication.
For graduation,
I love to,
all those. Yeah, that's
graduation.
great.
Just say, you know what, I'd like to put this and personalize it with their name right here. So I just wanted to show that to you. This is the red brown. Then this is going to be that gorgeous turquoise color.
Yes, isn't that beautiful?
Yes, turquoise and
It's always been one of my
brown.
favorites.
And then let's see, I'm going to close this one up just to
Yep,
show
so you get
you.
the purple right there.
Here's that beautiful purple. That's the color I got my niece when she was first born, that purple and brown.
Beautiful.
And then we have in your
Yep,
hand.
a nice green. I love this color so much.
Well, it's a handsome
it's
color,
very
right, for
masculine,
guys?
yes, very
I love
nice.
that.
Yeah.
And then right in front of me, this is going to be the red brown too, but we also have just a brown option.
Yes.
Oh, so actually, you
So
know
this
what?
is more of like a cinnamony kind of red.
Yeah.
This is more like a saddle brown that you've got right here.
You know what? Under these lights, I thought this was red for a moment, that subtle brown, but now seeing the red, you can see that just the coloration's a little bit different
Yep,
from the red
yep.
to that brown. Just
Yes,
beautiful.
Really, really pretty.
So you have those 5 color options. $5 a month on Easy Pay. I will say, as I give
that's so
Bibles
good.
as gifts all the time, it can be expensive when you get a quality Bible, especially with all these updates that we're giving you.
Absolutely.
The maps, the 365 different days of the year to give you that Bible reading plan.
Yes, yes.
Everything about this, that 12-point font, makes it such a great gift.
Yep.
Where did this all begin, though? Billy
Yeah,
Huey.
so Billy Huey is the name of the Bible scholar who, just like we've been talking about, so many people will open up their Bibles and they'll feel kind of confused and lost. Billy Huey is the name of the man who, for 16 years, with 12 different highlighters, went through the Bible and began color coding every single verse, every single chapter, every single book, until he had a completed Rainbow Study Bible, the first Rainbow Study Bible.
How many days did that take him?
I mean, a long time, a long time. And so
Years.
then he ended up taking it to some other publishing houses, and we ended up just with this beautiful gift that is the Rainbow Study Bible.
I love it. And
So-
if you're used to reading in a King James version
Yes.
or another Bible that
Yes.
isn't color coded, the font can be teeny tiny. You have to whip out your
it can be
readers or maybe even a
confusing. Yep.
magnifying glass, right?
Yes.
And you see when Jesus speaks, it's in red. What's different about this Bible is it will be underlined. So if you're
Yep.
wondering where that color coding, how that works when it is Jesus himself speaking in the New
So
Testament.
it's all underlined
Yeah.
in the New Testament there. And you were kind of pointing to the fact of the King James Version and some of these other translations. The NIV translation is the most popular translation in English, really, because it is just so easy to read. It's exactly how you and I are talking right now is how it's written. And cool comparison to that is, actually, I've got the King James version right here. Jeremiah 29:11 says, "For I know the thoughts," this is in King James Version, which is
Okay.
like old 1600s, that whole thing. Really, really hard. Nobody talks this way. But, "For I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, and to give an expected end."
So I grew up in a Christian private school, and it was
Yep.
Baptist, and we memorized all our Bible verses in King James. And I memorized them, but I never really understood what
Yes.
they meant.
Yep.
And then when I was in high school, someone gave me an NIV Bible, and that's really when my faith became my own,
Yes.
because I was like, I get it now. So if this is someone who's new to their faith, if this is a gift for a child, if it's updating your own Bible because maybe the color coding or the maps,
Sure.
because I love history and all these great different features, this is a great opportunity to get home something that's so easy to understand and to follow
Yes.
along. So what's the difference in
Yeah,
Jeremiah
so the difference in it,
29:11?
yeah, so it's this is the NIV translation. It says, "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future."
See, there we
Yeah.
go. Now it's so
It just reads so
understandable.
much more easy, and that's
Yeah.
directly that's in purple, and that's what God is saying to the people of Israel and to future followers of Christ.
I
So
love this Bible. I know Mary Beth Rowe, like this is the one. We actually go to the same church, and this is the one
Oh,
that
really?
she uses for her studies, and it's one that I'll be picking up for myself because, as I mentioned, so many years growing up with my faith,
Mm-hmm.
I've always had a hard time maybe knowing where to go, and I love the study guides that
Sure.
you're giving us and all of these illustrations. Your QVC 2 Big Deals launching right now. We've sold 200,000 Rainbow Bibles here at QVC. If you own one, if you're picking up one here tonight, 800-600-1556. I'd love to hear your story. But then also, if you're wanting to place your order, 800-500-7590. It is an expiring price. You have our very best easy payment plan of $4.99. Look at the big difference here
Yep.
in font, the color coding, so
and
you know
color,
exactly what
oh
you're
yeah,
reading.
it's so lovely. There's actually cross references in here as well, which is just a hyperlink to some other verse in the Bible. So there's so many tools in here, like we've been talking
Yeah.
about, just to help you better understand what it is that you're reading, where you can go find it in the Bible, so that you're not just left feeling overwhelmed and just wanting to close it by just by the next
When
couple
you
minutes.
have the right tools, you
Yes.
start to really search and know the Lord, right? Like you have that quiet time, and it's something you crave when you understand it. What a great gift. Beautiful gilded edges, as you see. Unique color coding system that only Rainbow Bibles does.
Yes. Oh yeah.
The
It's
text
one
and
of
the
a
maps
kind.
is really cool.
It is. I think, you talk about just being able to find something new in this, whether you're somebody who has been reading the Bible your whole life,
Yeah.
or if you're somebody who is just picking it up for the first time, or you know people in your life like that. My dad is, he's been reading the Bible for so many years and can seem to just kind of memorize it and
when
knows it
you
off the
hide
top
it
of
in
his
your
head. When you
heart,
hide it in your heart,
you rely on it in a tough time.
Yeah.
If you're in a valley, if you're celebrating life, you are maybe giving someone a card. I love to write down a verse by memory, just thinking of you, some favorite verses to encourage you. But it's so much
Right.
easier to memorize when you have that color-coded system. There's so many other great features. I do want to remind you of colors here really quick in my hand, because I think for the holidays,
Oh,
Operation
yeah.
Christmas Child, we actually have a girl in Babak over in Africa
really?
who we
Wow.
sponsor. And one of my very first gifts, I sent her a Bible.
That's
And there's
wonderful.
English translators over there, our missionaries
yeah.
who were able to use it and to read to the students there in Babak. So I think that this is a great color choice
That's
going
amazing.
into the holiday season. You have in your hand your
Got
favorite
the green,
color.
again, my favorite,
That green.
personal favorite.
So good for the guys.
It's very rugged. Yeah, it's nice.
It is rugged. It's handsome.
Yes.
And then here's that beautiful brown, that saddle brown. It's brown on brown because they each have this brown, almost like a rainbow smile on the side with that gold. Oh, the gorgeous gilded
the gilded
edges.
edging, the gold inlay.
This is a
That's
real
beautiful,
Bible.
isn't it?
I
Yep.
love it. And then the purple. So I have 3 nieces in Tampa, Florida, and for each of their birthdays, their very first birthday, I sent them a Bible with their name engraved on the side. I just brought it to a local, actually our Christian store.
Yeah.
I think it might have been
Okay.
Lifeway.
Yeah, could have been.
Yeah, that did it. So there we go. And then we also have the turquoise as well. So did we get through all the colors? Turquoise, purple, brown, red, and green.
then
There
cinnamon,
you go.
yeah, like a red cinnamon. Yeah, it's great.
I love this. So
Yeah.
if you're one who wants to understand the Bible better, maybe this is the Bible that you use to dive deeper. Because for me, to really know the Lord, and what's so cool about the Bible for me is it's living, it's breathing. It's something that when you read a passage from the Old Testament and can link it to the New Testament, it's so incredible. And I want to know the history, and it's so richly steeped in history. And when you're trying to understand all of these verses that are talking about the villages and these towns and these places,
I mean,
love the maps.
it's an ancient book. So,
Yeah.
But there's so much. I mean, it's a timeless book in that as well. It's the most popular book of all time, and so there's a lot of information you can get out of it. I mean, if you're, there's so many love stories in here. There's so many stories of conflict, stories about history, and just all these incredible things. There's something in this book for absolutely everybody.
Everybody, like right now, you know, when I was growing up, we had a really long drive. I grew up way out in the country, and the school buses didn't come out there, so my dad drove the 4 of us to school every morning on his way to work. And every morning he would recite to us Psalm 23. And what's so cool is right now at my church, we're studying Psalm 23, and it's been such a nice passage for comfort. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He leads me beside still waters. He restores my soul, or he makes me lie down by green pastures.
Yes.
I did memorize it, and I got it all backwards.
Nicely done. That's
Live
all right.
TV,
No, you're
I got
close.
nervous. But what's really nice about this is you start to memorize the color coding.
Yes.
It brought me back to my childhood. It reminded me that my rest is found in the Lord.
Yeah.
And what a great verse for
It's
that.
right here. Yeah.
Here it is.
It's here in green, and so you know that's love. That's God's love for.
And that's King David talking about his relationship with the Lord. And then what's one of your favorite verses?
Yeah, so there are so many. But,
I know, that's a tough question. When I asked Courtney that earlier,
it's
she was
a
like,
really hard, yeah.
You can't say that.
There are plenty, but I think Jeremiah 29:11, which is the one that we read earlier, which is about knowing the plans that He has for His people.
I think that's something that we all want, right?
Yes.
Like someone who is looking out for us and knows the plans. I'm trying to find another one that I have. 1 Corinthians, the fruit of the Spirit. 2 Corinthians. No? The fruit. Now.
Oh man.
Now I put you on the spot. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness.
Yes.
Now I'm forgetting the actual verse. But anyways, I have it written down for the kids to see every morning.
Yes.
Before we leave the house, we read it, we go over it, and it's like, we're going to be kind today.
Yep.
We're going to have a good day. We're going to be nice to everyone. So this is a great, instead of reading stories before bed, we bring out the Bible.
Here's one. Here's a good one. This is one of my favorites. Romans 8:28.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I had to memorize the entire book of Romans 8 in high school.
Did you? Yeah. That's a good one. It says, and we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose.
I love that. That's so good. And okay, so these are great verses, right? We can find our verses, but if we're looking for something specific, like my sister's getting married, and I searched the word forever because that union for her and her soon-to-be husband will hopefully be forever. There's just a list of verses under the word
forever. Yeah.
So maybe you have an encouraging word for, maybe it is a wedding, maybe it's someone who is just going through a hard time and you want to send them some encouragement.
Isn't that a nice feature?
Right. I just love, if you are giving not only this Bible as a gift, but you want to give a word of encouragement as a gift, you go here, and it's something that just touches the soul in the craziness of life, right? We're running around. Sometimes you feel the anxiety and the stress. This is that thing where I take And it doesn't have to be lengthy, 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes out of your day. With 2 toddlers at home, my devotions last about 10, 15 minutes in the morning.
Right.
It's my quiet time. It's my alone time.